What's up, guys? Thank you for coming in and checking out the review on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I gotta say, I absolutely love this game despite all of the microtransactions and everything. I want to lead in with that, but I do want to talk about the good, the bad, the terrible, and the great. So let's dive in. The game starts out, it gives you a few crates to start with. If you bought the special edition, you get a few extra crates, you know. So it's got some cosmetics in there, it's got some gameplay. I'll show you what they look like. So here's a couple. I got these two cards right here, Solid, Freeze, and Pull. There's 4 tiers in the star card, so there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the purple tier is the highest, so I have, you know, an extra area of effect for Freeze, and then I have an area of effect for Pull, which, you know, is a little bit of an advantage, but it's not too much. It makes sense. It's progression, but it's not something that somebody with skill can't overcome. So I'm okay with it. But as far as the whole, you know, microtransaction thing goes, when, you know, we look at this and we look at this and we look at this, you know, all we can see is, oh, well, it's gonna take forever to get the heroes. I'll have you know, I unlocked Luke Skywalker in the first 45 minutes. I know that the huge Reddit post had blown up beyond what anybody had thought. As far as unlocking the heroes, I do feel a sense of progression. I don't think that that was necessarily them in the wrong, you know, having heroes to unlock. Because if you guys don't know, you have them all available. If I was to play arcade, I would have all heroes available, including this extra Wookiee and then this sexy first generation clone trooper. I can't get over how sexy that looks. It just, oh my gosh, it looks so good. I have to show you guys. Look at that. It's got black trim. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the first generation of clone troopers. I just think it looks so good. I absolutely love it. So we're playing arcade right now, which is an offline mode. So they've already improved from the first game. So we have an offline mode. You know, you can kind of mess around and do what you want. You can play heroes, you can play, you know, you can totally just play second tier, what I'm doing now. And then of course you have the Rain and Camino, and oh my gosh, this is gorgeous, dude. The graphics and the design in the game are flawless. If you find a critic that does not like this game, anyone out there will tell you the Star Wars feel of the game, the Star Wars look of the game, it is better than ever. It is probably the best looking game I have ever played, and I absolutely adore the way this thing looks. So here's a little bit of a Luke Skywalker gameplay. They nerfed the heroes down, they took the health down, I think they took the base movement speed down, and I know that they took the damage down because you have to hit them twice now in order to kill enemies that are not heroes, like normal enemies. So they definitely nerfed heroes. I know that they even talked about it, but I didn't know that they nerfed it to this extent, which I'm not happy about because I like feeling OP when I get the hero. But, you know, it makes them easier to go up against, which is nice. So that is the flip side of it. If you guys want to see the hero showcasing, I will be posting my very own video showing you each and every ability of all of the heroes in the game following up this video. I'm looking forward to definitely doing that and showing you guys how to use the combos, how to effectively fight other heroes, and how to effectively fight ground troops as each and every hero. I know that they're already planning their DLC in December, so we'll have some more then too. And that brings me to my next point. So I think that it's kind of bare bones. So we have 5 game modes to start out with. The first one is Galactic Assault, and if you guys played 2015 Battlefront, you'll be pretty familiar with it. This is the game mode from Battlefront 2015 with a little bit of revamp, so you can play any hero from any era as long as you earn it. They have the ships in the skies so that you have sky battles, and then you can also intervene in the ground with them too. Then you have Starfighter Assault, which are just the space battles of this generation of Battlefront, which is it's done pretty well. It's not my favorite, but this is definitely my favorite. The heroes versus villains, they did very, very well with it. And then Strike is pretty fun. The objective-based scenarios but then Blast, which is basically team deathmatch. My biggest quirk with this is they did not add any heroes to it. So if you guys want to play heroes like me, you guys are going to have to head over to Heroes versus Villains or get good and play Galactic Assault, because I've played a lot of Galactic Assault. I'm coming off of 12 hours straight of gameplay right now. If you guys want to play Galactic Assault, it's not really going to work out for you. It's really hard to get a hero if the game ends early, and then you also have to be at the top of the charts, and you know, somebody else might take your hero. I have yet to review the campaign. I'll probably be doing a separate review just for that. I know that the average length is between 5 and 8 hours. In arcade, I've had a pretty good experience with so far, but this is just my more or less my first impressions of the game, not a complete in-depth review. I just want to put something positive out there with all the negativity surrounding the game. And so these are challenges which I normally don't care about, but these are pretty addictive. So multiplayer. Let's look at one that I've already gotten. Helping the team. So this one says defeat 250 enemies. I have 5 more to go, so I have to kill 5 more people. Or I don't know if this means get assists or actually kill. Probably including assists. I don't think I've killed 250 yet. But these seem pretty easy enough, so I'm gonna totally go through and get every single one of these if I can. I'm only 12% through, so I mean, we'll see what happens. But as far as the collections go, I mean, it's pretty in-depth. You know, you can customize your starfighters with extra star cards too, which will increase different stats. You got the specialist class, which is like a sniper. You have the officer class, which is like a utility. He offers bonuses and like a turret. And then you have the heavy class, which of course has the Gatling gun, as everybody loves. And then you have the shield. And then you have the assault, which is more of your bare bones basic class. Kind of your fast class with the machine gun that's kind of close to medium range with, you know, a pretty decent grenade. And it works out pretty well. But I do want to talk about heroes. If you look at this hero list, you can't really find anybody from the first trilogy except for Darth Maul. Now, I will argue that, you know, Yoda is from the first trilogy, but he's not just from the first trilogy. He's from both trilogies, and it doesn't make sense that they would choose Yoda when they have, you know, Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan or Anakin or Mace Windu or somebody else that's been in past games to put them there. When Yoda kind of spans across all of it, it almost makes it feel like a slap in the face, because you have Boba Fett, you have Bossk, you have Chewbacca, you have Darth Vader, you have Palpatine, you have Han Solo, you have Leia, and then, for the love of God, I don't know why they put Lando in here, and then you have Luke. And that's all the original trilogy. And then they threw in Rey, and then they threw in Kylo. But why is Darth Maul the only unique first trilogy person in there? You don't even have General Grievous, which is a fan favorite, which everybody wants. So that's my biggest gripe with the game, is it didn't put in the heroes that we want. I really want an Obi-Wan. I really want a Qui-Gon Jinn. I really want a pre-Vader Anakin. I think that would be so fun. So these battle scenarios right here are basically just kind of like those milestones with these. So it gives you a certain task to do, and you gotta survive or, you know, win, and it's pretty cool. But as far as initial impressions go, I absolutely love the game. So if you guys are coming off of a fan of the original Battlefront series, you might be a little bit disappointed to find out that our Heroes versus Heroes is not just a team deathmatch, and it also only allows you to play as one version of the character. You can't have multiple of the same character out on the field, which, you know, it makes sense, but it's also a bummer at the same time, because somebody has to have a gun, and if everybody wants to be a Jedi or everybody wants to be a Sith, it doesn't allow for that. At least right now. Maybe in the future when they add more characters through DLC, they will change that. But, you know, there has to be somebody with guns. And if I had Boba, you know, that's no problem. But I don't want to play as Lando or Han. I would want to just play as, like, Rey or Luke. So this game mode, it picks a target randomly. You got to defend your target, and then you have to kill theirs. And then there's 10 and 10, so each time one of the targets gets killed, it resets. It's pretty cool. As far as my overall initial impressions of the game, I gotta say I love it hands down. Like I said, my initial gripes are the heroes. I don't like some of the things that they did. I would have liked them to have been stronger, and I would have liked to see more of my favorite trilogy's heroes, and not just the original trilogy focused on. But, you know, I have faith that the free DLC coming will help to make up for that. And I know that I didn't cover everything, especially the campaign. This is an initial first impressions review after about 12 hours of gameplay. Like I said before, I really just want to get this out because I want something positive out there. I feel like this game has so much negative, you know, feedback behind it with the record-breaking Reddit posts and, you know, just everybody hating on it. I watched a video last night and, you know, it kind of inspired me, and I know that there's a couple things that I did wrong with audio recording and stuff on this video, but I wanted to get it out because I knew I wouldn't have the motivation to do it if I waited, because I'm coming off of playing for 12 hours and I'm exhausted. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to hit that like button, I would appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, definitely get Battlefront 2 if you are a Star Wars fan. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.